Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast with me, Matt. For 2v2 on Elst Outskirts. Let's go through the players, shall we? Representing the United States, we have Muru and Jacket. Neither has picked a commander yet. Keep an eye on that. Represent the Axis. We have Theo as Infanteriedivision for the Wehrmacht. And Smokey as Storm Tactics for the Waffen-SS. Well, Storm Tactics, my bad. And still no command. Oh wait, we have Ranger from Jacket. Okay. It should be interesting. Let's see how this will turn out. Elst Outskirts is a pretty decent 2v2 map from Combat Heroes 2 that was added with the British update, I believe. Rather than come into the field, we have Valonians being called out, a cheaper variant unit available to Sturm, if they want some cheaper units. Infanteries getting some Grenadiers out, first some Volksgrenadiers, followed by some Grenadier. Volksgrenadiers can actually be armed with Sturmgewehrs if he's playing as Infanterie at some point, which is going to be very potent. So the Germans went for advancing very fast. Sandbags were laid in preparation. Very smart by the Americans. It looks like we have US Armor Company for Muru. So Ranger and Armor, pretty good combination. Honestly, all the commanders are good if you just know how to use them. In my opinion. I'm not really an expert player, I just know that some commanders can feel a little bit better than others, but they each do their own thing. And some are pretty good, if all of them are actually pretty good if you just know what you're doing. Just need to utilize what they're good at. Ooh, Sturmpine is getting in a good position there. Aircraft can cook it on the flank here if they're quick. That's indeed what they're doing. That's going to force those Sturmpioneers to get out of there. They want to be flanked by Americans. Well, the Germans do hold the fuel down there, and the Americans don't have the fuel point yet. Well, the connection point there yet. We have an early Ranger recon team. I do like this when I see some people do that as Ranger. Yeah, it's like a 3-man ace team that can get early. They're handy enough, if you can utilize them. Of course, it's not the right place to utilize them, I feel like. They should probably find some way to sneak up to be more useful, but I'm not the one playing, so. Keep coming out here to the United States with a 30 cal. American Riflemen are slowly just pushing back the Germans across the front line here. The Infanteriedivision is facing a lot of enemies. Well, the Germans never actually got the cutoff point here either by the looks of it. Definitely a lot of firefights going on there, but the Germans should be able to capture the northern field now. 30 cal deep is doing its best here. Doing some long range suppression fire, but the Grenadiers aren't heavy cover. They should be doing pretty well. One American squad is getting closer to throw a pineapple, I feel. Trying to find a way to get close, but it might not be able to. On the northern flank, we have a 30 cal here arriving for the United States Rangers. And the Ranger recon team might be in trouble. Yeah, because the Valonians have instant explode grenades, basically. Impact grenades. 30 cal managed to set up here. All Grenadiers quickly rushing out to the battlefield. We also have an MT-42 arriving for the Infanterie. Which, if that is set up, will definitely cause issues for the Americans for a while. The Valonians are doing pretty decently here, in all honesty. Those can also be equipped with Sturmgewehrs if you want. Making them surprisingly potent. America suffered a lot of heavy losses on the northern flank here in Struck's decision. That was just a machine gun and one Ranger. At the southern flank, the Germans are preparing to push, but there's a 30 cal here. Belongs to the G30 cal. And so the Germans have already been suppressed. He was trying to push up, but there's an MG42. He needs to keep that line blocker there. Or sight blocker. But the Americans are pushing him on the flank. They're going for the cutoff. Not that they're cutting anything off at the moment. I'm going to just getting some flanking shots. They're trying to. But they themselves are not behind cover correctly. Cover is directional. Always remember that. Unless it's a crater. Craters cover all around, as I understand.
We have authorization to appropriate nearby dwellings for field headquarters. We can now establish a forward HQ.
We have another MT-42 coming out here for the infantry. And more Valonians called down to cover up the front line. Looks like the Germans are relying a lot on essentially alt-right Belgians and other groups that have been assembled into the unit. Oh, he's using an ability. Breakthrough, which allows him to decapture points fast, but not capture them faster. Oh, Pineapple might be ready here. Yeah, Pineapple going out, but he heard it. Oh, that was not good. But MT-42 is nearby to cover them. But he still got mowed down by the Jeep. That was a shame, because the MT-42 was in a really good position right there. Yes, remember, we have a push up here from the Americans. 3 Valonians are not gonna hold that. Impact rate going out though. Didn't do much, but destroy the sandbags or hurt them. Will that Valonian get out of there? I think he will. There's an MG-34 up here though. Now left you make that hard spot to take. Germans attacked up. Well, the infantry has. So has the SS actually. They are starting to hand out Sturmgewehrs to the Valonian troops.
Valiant assault is now at hand. The troops await your command.
Looks like the battlefield is somewhat even despite the early engagement.
Gather round. I smell orders.
80 gun arriving for the Rangers.
Amen. Stand by.
Also 80 gun arriving for the US Armor Company.
We're back to full
2-2 arriving for the Germans. That's surprising. But we're going to get turned into a 2-2 almost immediately. Yep, becoming a 2-2 with the autocannon shortly.
has been converted to an emergency medical station.
The Lawrence Storm Pioneers pushing up here. They have established a bunker. It just needs the munitions. And the upgrade to allow it to become a MG bunker, I imagine. Panzerbrücks loaded on the Pioneers here. Getting a good shot there on the Jeep. I think the Americans will win that engagement for now due to them having BARs. But they are about to be flanked. Okay, going out to cover the retreat. Smart. 80 gun. They need that. Yeah, good job with the 2-1 there. Just want to be in the line of a 2-1. Now it has a 2-2-2. Oh, well, it now has an autocannon rather. His aim is to try and take out that machine gun. Oh, is it going to attack fire through the fence? Yes, it is. Just straight through the wooden fence. So the Americans have managed to take out the machine gun up here, so they can't secure that fuel. Oh, lag. Expect. There we go. However, we do have Valonians coming up here with Sturmgewehrs. But Germans have managed to secure some territory now. The Americans are ditching out quick. Ranger recon team here. Can be equipped with some good equipment, and they're good at long range using Springfield rifles rather than M1 Garands. Can be giving them M1 Garands if you want. There's probably a good weapon to give them alongside whatever else you want to give them. Artillery call in here. This is just normal mortars, but that's it hit him pretty good. Almost destroyed that building. Good command tank presence. We also have a lieutenant, a lieutenant for the Wehrmacht. Oh, Stu's gonna break through the fence, isn't it? Yeah, here it comes. Surprise, motherfucker! Sturmgewehrs being equipped to the Volksgrenadier. MG team is having trouble here, but the command steward does not have high explosive shells. Rangers pushing up on the Valonians here. That's a hard tell for the Valonians, even with Sturmgewehrs. Mostly because Rangers are so good. But the armor Valonians coming up to flank. Good impact knife for the Rangers. You have an actual Ranger assault team coming in here with a half-track. Answer strike has been loaded though, but it's not gonna last long in that building, I feel. Well, the Americans basically overrun. No, the Americans are about to overrun some of the southern flank thanks to this command steward calling in some artillery quickly. That's a very quick artillery call in, it does. It's probably also just because it's a mortar strike, so mortar strikes are not that expensive to call in and arrive fast. We do have a Panzerjäger there waiting. Ooh, what squad went down there? It wasn't a Ranger, it was a re-echelon. Still, that hurts. MT-42 set up here now by the Germans to cover the northern fuel. The fuels are still in the hands of the Germans. And those Rangers are gonna get cut to pieces. So that is an MT-42, and you don't want to fight an MT-42 frontally with infantry. Half-track is pushing up though. But we have Storm Pioneers with a Panzer strike nearby. Oh, he's targeting it. Very smart. Big assault going on the Rangers. Been immobilized. Oh, they missed! Oh, that's not good at all. Well, the fire. There's not a lot of firefights down here yet. Let's return back up here. They missed again! Well, that's why they're not Panzerjägers. He's also shooting at pretty far range, in all honesty. There we go, he got it. Third shot, third time's the charm. Meanwhile, the southern flank, the Americans are still holding up with this AT gun, while the Germans are trying to establish a new front line, I imagine. They have one coming out. Lots of machine guns have been called in, though. Ranger recon team here, out in the open. It's not good for them if the Sturmgewehrs from that angle could start firing. Again, Thompsons alongside the LMG, that's gonna be interesting. So lots of Thompsons. Sturmgewehrs are doing a good job here for the Wallonians. Ooh, that's a pretty hard sell. They are firing an AT rifle grenade. Oh, no, no, AT rifle grenade, just an old one, but they are retreating instead. Ooh, Ranger recon team, I'm not sure what you're doing, but throwing a Beano, which is the instant grenade. Didn't do much. The Germans are assaulting the point down here. Lieutenant leading the way, inspiring his troops that way. A very German thing to do, which also led to a high officer casualty rate. It did lead early war for the German units to be very efficient because the officers were fighting alongside them. But as the war dragged on, they lost a lot of officers that way. Which had issues late war because of it. Or led to issues late war because of it. Lots of Wallonians are still fighting the Americans up here though. So Smokey's doing good with very cheap units against more expensive units at the moment. By utilizing their Sturmgewehrs. But the Americans are overrun the southern flank with white phosphorus and riflemen, who probably should not move up there. But still, this white phosphorus seems to clear us. This command steward is definitely causing issues. Now also have a command Sherman arriving. Command everything. But yeah, the Wallonian troops have overrun the northern flank entirely. Even pulling in a Pack 40. The good stuff there from Smokey. They're doing a good job. Jag is doing his best with what limited ranges they have at this moment. Ranges are very costly. They're very good, but very costly. You just need to get them in the right positions. Again, behind this truck could be a good start here. Mr. Pack could use a high explosive shell. There is a side blocker though. Some artillery shells landing there. For no apparent reason. Those Sturmgewehrs are really doing a good job, especially when they activate their fanaticism. And that fanaticism thing is really buffing them up. F1 preparing to push up here.
Our infantry can now rush into the enemy line.
Command ship is preparing to push up, and defect is 7 as well. And the Rangers have not had the best of match. Best of a match here. Sherman is pushing up now. Sherman should be able to deal with an F1. And we are seeing US armor, so we might see more Shermans happening soon. They just need the fuel. We also have a Valonian battle group being called in with the MP-34s. Which does mean they don't have the Sturmgewehrs, but you get 2 of them for cheap. And they arrive with the MP-34s, so that's handy. Ooh, that machine gun is not gonna last long against the Steward, but the stone hedge is helping. The stone wall is helping. So we called in here. Radicals trying to suppress the Valonians there. Good pulling back after seeing the J. Ooh, it bounced the shell. Very nice job for the Steward. These Rangers have done a decent job just staying there for now. Probably be equipped with a slow fire BAR at this point. This kind of position they are holding. But double Shermans are being prepared here by the Rangers. Which might be a good call against the Valonians, because the Valonians only have the Panzerknacker. And if they can get veterans, the Panzerschreck, but they already have the weapons. Weapon inventory full thanks to the STGs. So they're not going to be good against armored at range. Because the Panzerknacker needs you to actually get all the way up close to the tank and plant it. Rangers have been pulled back to heal while the 30 cal has taken over. Oh, there's still the pack there. That's going to be a threat to those Germans. Don't give out arm both Gradius trying to make a push. Let's get this Realism. Realism will not last long, I think. There's with the Lieutenant nearby as well, the F1. MG42 opening fire on the Sherman. It's not going to do much to the Sherman, but you never know. Baseline calling for repair duties. Although if you had the munitions, you could always just get the repair station. What? And that'll help take care of the repairs in your base. That's generally what I like to go for. Ooh, Shermans are pushing up here. They got a good shot at that J. Looks like the F-57, I imagine. The Sherman is a pretty good tank. It just needs to be in the right position. I suppose on that MG. Ooh, only killing one guy. They're called in by the command Sherman. Ooh, hard sell here for the Rangers to try and push across open road. F1 has been immobilized. But it could be repaired quick. Right, been pushing back. And another 3-inch gun coming up here. Actually, that might be the first 3-inch gun we've seen. Stormtroopers is also present here, but they've been suppressed to the 30 cal. Lots of machine guns around this road. Building. Ooh, F1 got a penetrating shot. I might force a command ship to pull back. Explosive loaded, but it got flanking shot there from the F1. Valonian's down though. But Sherman got its crew killed. Rangers are trying to push up here. But they're getting shot to pieces by the machine guns. Throwing a pineapple in. Probably not worth it. More Shermans arriving now for the tank company. Rangers are down to very few units at the moment. Getting double riflemen to take up the slack. Pick up the slack, rather. As long as the Rangers are not being economically efficient.
Crowds are sniffing around our asses.
Which they rarely are unless you can keep them alive. It's very hard to do against certain players. Ooh, that Patrick just missed. You cannot hit him there, that's too far out of his range. Our revived men are pushing up aggressively. We do have a Stu, so that'll take out the American infantry easy. It's essentially a howitzer mounted on a Stuk chassis. We're being called in here. Ooh, dazed. Looks like it will survive and get out of there. But the Sherman is being aggressive here, isn't it? The Man's is actually veterancy free. Very impressive. The people keeping their commander units alive. Tell me what you want to do. Might want to get this Lieutenant back. He's taking some big hits. Sherman pushing down here. Panzerjägers are nearby though. They're being rerouted very often to deal with the armor threats on the fly, as they should be. Missed. Will the Lieutenant get out of there? Just like he will. Now the Panzerschreck team is best used for ambushes or for just relocating quickly if there's a need for it. But I think ambushing is probably the best move with them. As long range attacks like this does not work, as you can see. Looking in an northern flank here, we even have a howitzer set up here for the storm tactics, which allows them to shield the Americans. Where are they even shelling? Around here? No, back there, okay. Mobilizing a Sherman. I have field drop in the base, which all the Allied armor commanders can do, including the Soviet one. Man's just calling it artillery strike.
Anti-tank gun, ready for action.
Can I pass strike hit? No, it cannot hit the command student thanks to the side blockers. 242 moving up again. We also have an Alf class of spots. That's a very risky move of an F1. Yeah, F1 down. Still being used as an artillery piece. Very effective at it, as you can see. Looks like they just fired one shell. Double howitzer has been set up here by the storm tactics, right in the artillery supplement that the Germans need.
One of our fighting positions is sustaining.
Now this battle is really kicking up. Ooh, that's a risky move with that pack. I don't want to do that. Well, the artillery is helping to immobilize the American tanks and destroy all the American AT guns. Within the crews, anyway. Ooh, J down to the command Sherman. And the free inch, obviously. Almost Sherman up here for the Rangers soon. They just have to find a way to push in. There is a Stuk G holding down this position. Oh, good shot on the flank there with the pack. That's very nice. That's because the Sherman is immobilized. They got it. Use it as targeting optics, which does give them more accuracy, which is nice. Player going out from the Aufklar. Giving the Germans an idea of what's going on. They still have that 50 cal position to take care of. Oh, he got destroyed there by the pack. Nice. Artillery being called in here by the lieutenant or some. Well, that's another ability. Stormtroopers pushing up though. Elite squad available to infantry. We only have one of them at the field at a time. Good high explosive from the pack too. They're getting a lot of support.
Our soldiers are trained to advance.
Oh, high explosive, I don't know. You don't want to risk losing stormtroopers. They are very costly infantry. Ooh, that was close. I'm pushing up here. Big hearts are being set up here by the Rangers. 155mm long Tom. A much higher caliber than the one the Germans are using. What are the German ones? 100, 105? Yeah, 105.
Unit ready. Unit ready. Rifle squad ready for action. Armor ready.
And the Germans are preparing. Trying to make a push here. The Stuk is all that stops them. Good shot from the Stuk.
Engines on fire.
Ranger recon coming up behind. We're trying to get up close to use a bazooka. Because they can use a bazooka like a Panzerfaust for some reason. One Sherman down. I think the Stuk might actually survive this engagement.
Forward structures has been destroyed.
Long time has been enabled and it is firing. Oh, good shot right there. Going to 80 guns. Stuk is trying to get a flanking beyond the Sherman. 80 guns though. Lots of action going on here. Oh, and now the Lewis is trying to get up with a Panzerknacker. Sherman down.
We just lost a medium tank.
Ooh, over penetration on the engine, but it looks like it's gonna get away. Nope, wait. Oh, that was another vehicle. That was a vehicle on the south here. That was a Panzer 48, I think. Command Sherman still present. Ooh, Stu killing all the repair teams with a high explosive shell. The shockwave tearing them to shreds. Or the shrapnel. Probably the shrapnel.
Armor ready.
We have a Command 76 though. Long Tom definitely just caused a lot of damage there though.
Gunner's hurt. Somebody get on that gun.
This Pack 4 is doing a good job being long range, thanks to its targeting scope. Was some Panzerjägers nearby, getting ready to intercept. We mobilized him! Ooh, that's pretty big. Most of the Germans have set up most of their defenses here normally. Not sure the Americans get out of this one. Command Sherman down.
Send your orders.
And the other Command Sherman is going to be about to go down too. This pack has done a lot of work. Oh, White Fuss is blocking the site. At this point, the Allies pull back. They've lost this one. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one, everyone. Bye-bye.